Want to learn how to get more engagement on your LinkedIn posts? If so, you are in the right place, as today I'm going to share 3 strategies with you of how to create content that gets noticed. For more LinkedIn and online business advice, subscribe to my channel and hit that bell to be notified when I post a new video every single week. Today we're going to talk about engagement on LinkedIn and what you can do to get more likes and comments on your posts. Make sure you watch this video till the very end, as I'm going to share a special bonus tip with you that will accelerate your growth. To start off, we're going to talk about how the LinkedIn algorithm works so that you could produce content that keeps the algorithm happy. The first thing we need to cover is that LinkedIn favors native content. And native content is basically something you upload directly onto LinkedIn instead of taking a site from somewhere else and dropping a link to it on LinkedIn, such as your website, your blog, or your YouTube channel. As you can imagine, LinkedIn does not want people to leave the platform and go off somewhere else. Therefore, LinkedIn will devalue content that is linking to external sites, meaning fewer people will see your content. So when it comes to LinkedIn, I want you to share native content only. But if you do have an external link you really want to share with the LinkedIn community, just put it in the comment section. The main thing you don't want to do is put it in the description, because LinkedIn will scan your description for URLs. And if it finds any, again, it will devalue your content and no one will see it. The next thing that I've already mentioned in my previous videos is that when you publish a post on LinkedIn, and let's say you have 600 connections, it does not mean that all your 600 connections will actually see the post you published. The way LinkedIn algorithm works is that it shows your post to a smaller group of people first, and only if it gets enough likes and comments, LinkedIn will continue sharing it with more and more people. So the more engagement you get, the more people will see your post. And in just a minute, I'm going to show you the 3 pillars for creating content that gets more engagement. But just before that, I wanted to remind you of another cool feature unique to LinkedIn. And that is, if I post something and you like or comment on it, now your network will also see my post. This is super powerful, as I can now reach people far outside my network. But again, LinkedIn won't just automatically show my post to all your connections. The algorithm will be monitoring how many likes and comments my post is getting in the first place to determine whether or not to show it to more people. So now that we have an understanding of the LinkedIn algorithm, let's dive into the 3 pillars of creating content that is engaging. Number 1, share valuable content. Now, I know that this is a super obvious one, but I still feel a need to cover this because I see individuals and companies treating LinkedIn as a place where to promote themselves or hard sell stuff. LinkedIn has changed a lot over the past couple of years, and I would like to encourage you to think about LinkedIn as Facebook for professionals and entrepreneurs. People on LinkedIn are in the mindset to learn of how to either better themselves or how to grow their businesses. So if you can provide real value through your content on LinkedIn, you will get engagement. So let's make this a bit more practical. Let's say you are a business owner and you are running your own accounting firm. Many companies within this sector will push out content that goes something along the lines of, "We are the best accounting firm in the city, we hire talent from the best universities in the country, hire us today." Now, this clearly is a flat-out promotion. And whilst they say they are the best accounting firm in the city, where is the proof to that? Like, how can you trust them? So instead of being so pitchy with your business that won't get you much engagement, I would like to encourage you to create content that provides value to your target audience and is either answering a question they have or solving some sort of a problem. So as an accounting firm, you could create a post of how to file your taxes easy, or share your top 5 tips with everyone of how to take admin work out of accounting. You could also create a content piece of what you can claim as a business expense. Or better yet, tell everyone how much you should really pay your accountant. Think about what your target audience is struggling with. What do they find confusing? And give them real value. Too many people have this misconception that if you share your knowledge openly, no one will hire you. But that is simply not true. When people see you as an authority on a subject matter, they will perceive you to be more qualified. And they will definitely want to work with you more than with some random accounting firm who are saying they're the best, but where is the proof to that? Like, where is their content? So, by sharing posts that are of true value to your audience, you will build trust and credibility within the LinkedIn community. And soon enough, you will be perceived as the thought leader within your field, which means you will be the go-to person for all things accounting. Now that we understand that giving value is key, let's dive into the second pillar of choosing your content delivery method. There are different ways you can share content on LinkedIn, and those are video, text, polls, documents, images, stories, and articles. Updates tend to do much better on LinkedIn engagement-wise, but if you are a blogger and you already write content somewhere else, you should definitely publish it within LinkedIn as well, because the last thing you want to do is link to an external site. All your blog posts should live natively within LinkedIn. So with articles out of the way, let's dive deeper into the types of updates you can have. Video posts and text posts tend to do best engagement-wise, but I also want to draw your attention to LinkedIn polls and documents because they're hidden gems that not many people are yet tapping into. This is an example of a LinkedIn poll I did the other week, and even though only 6 people liked the post, 20 people participated in the poll. The reason why I had created this poll is because I had released a video on how to use LinkedIn hashtags to increase the visibility of your posts. And if you haven't seen that video yet already, you definitely want to check it out because using hashtags correctly can really help you speed up your growth on LinkedIn. But going back to our poll, I asked people if they understood how to use hashtags on LinkedIn. And to anyone who said they were confused of how to use hashtags correctly or had no idea they even existed on LinkedIn, I sent a private message with my tutorial. So the reason why I want you to consider polls is because people love to answer them. And it is a great opportunity for you to connect with people on a more personal level when you reach out to them after they have participated in your poll. So another avenue I want you to tap into more of is using document style updates. When I say this, I don't mean actual Word documents with lots of small print that is unreadable and boring. What I mean instead is sharing pictures with a bit of text on them and uploading that onto LinkedIn as a PDF. So why am I recommending this? Well, it is more powerful than sharing individual pictures because it plays to people's curiosity to see what is the next slide. Again, I am not suggesting that you upload a 100-page PowerPoint presentation onto LinkedIn. What I want you to do instead is take your PNGs and convert them into PDFs. And because not many people are doing this yet, your post will stand out. If you ask me, I absolutely believe that video is the future of content. And if you haven't tapped into that already, I highly recommend that you do so. If you are already creating video content for a different medium, all you have to do is repurpose it for LinkedIn. And videos that are 1 to 2 minutes long typically work best within the newsfeed. The only thing I wanted to remind you is that LinkedIn autoplays all videos on mute, so having subtitles on your videos is a must. If you don't know how to create these, definitely check out this video where I talk about creating subtitles on LinkedIn for free. LinkedIn has also launched LinkedIn Stories in a couple of countries, but as they have not yet released them in the UK, I will make sure to create a separate video about them in the future. So our final post type is text, and when it comes to text updates especially, the secret lies in the way you script and structure your content. So let's move on to our third pillar, which is structuring your content for maximum engagement. You might have noticed that LinkedIn only displays the first 2 lines of your post within the newsfeed before that Read More button appears. So this means that the first 2 sentences of your post need to be intriguing enough for people to stop scrolling through their feed and click to read more. So the beginning of your post needs to have a hook. So there are 2 types of hooks that work really well: hooks with questions and hooks with numbers. So if we go back to our accounting example, a hook question could be, can you claim your car as a business expense? And a hook with a number could be something like, 44% of small business owners are missing out on tax holidays. Here's why. So think about good hooks within your sector that will make people stop and read. Once people click to read more, it's important that your post is not one long blurb of text. If it is, people will switch off immediately. To increase the readability of your posts, you need to add spaces. And I suggest spacing out every 1 to 2 sentences. Another thing you definitely want to do is use emojis and bullets to break up your post even more and keep your audience's attention. Some emojis you could use are numbers, tick boxes, or even fire emojis, whatever feels right to you. The last thing you want to do is end your post with call to action for engagement. So you could say, comment below if you agree or disagree with me. Or if your post was about best business bank accounts, you could ask people to share what bank account they're currently holding and what fees they're paying. If you are doing giveaways, these also work really well for engagement, because you can say, comment below if you'd like me to send this to you. The last video I shared was about LinkedIn cover images and why you should update yours. And then I asked everyone to comment below if they would like me to send them a full tutorial in a private message. This worked really well because the more comments I got, the more people saw my post and the more comments I got. The post has been up for 36 hours and 90% of the people who commented were outside of my network, which is pretty amazing because I got to reach people who are not even my connections. You can do the same. If you are creating content elsewhere, just set up a micro content for LinkedIn and ask people to comment below if they want to see the whole thing. So we have covered the 3 pillars of engagement, which are creating valuable content, choosing your delivery method, and scripting and structuring your content for maximum engagement. Now, if you are truly serious about growing on LinkedIn, I have a bonus tip for you. You need to take part in the discussions that are happening within your industry to drive engagement to your posts. Simply look at the relevant hashtags within your field. And again, if you need help finding these, take a look at my video about hashtags. But you're simply trying to find a post that is generating enough conversation about a specific subject in your industry. Once you have found that, I want you to engage with people who are leaving the comments. So not necessarily leaving a comment for the author, but replying to people who are already engaging in a thread. If you leave a thoughtful comment, ideally a question, that person will receive a notification that you've done this. And naturally, they will go to your profile and check out your activity section to learn more about you. This is a powerful way to build relationships within your field and to connect with people who are already interested in the type of content you're going to be producing. Especially if you find a page that is just too big and the author doesn't have time to reply to all the questions, and you have spotted a question that you know the answer to, definitely step in and help out because this is going to pay back in the long run. If you need any more convincing to do this, you should know that the LinkedIn algorithm loves people who engage with other people's posts. And I hope that this goes without saying that you should also reply to your own comments that you're getting on your content. Well done for running through all these strategies with me. I am certain that if you implement these, the engagement of your posts will grow considerably. We have covered a lot today, so if you would like me to share a complimentary PDF guide with you outlining all these concepts so you don't miss any, just comment guide below and I will send it to you. Thank you so much for watching this video. I am really excited for you to grow your engagement on LinkedIn. If this content was useful to you, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel as it really helps me to get discovered within the YouTube algorithm. If you know anyone else who would benefit from learning more about engagement on LinkedIn, definitely share this video with them and check out these videos next of how to take your LinkedIn game to the next level. Thank you again for being here and I'll see you next week.